Alright, so once again, I want to stress this because we kind of rushed into the game as that intro was ticking away. If you guys want to see Nathanius play, he's going up against Supernova. Root Team Kill on the other semifinals bracket. That's being cast on Emil's stream. That's EMSC2 TV. Check that out if you really want to see Nathanius play. Big props to him to getting to the semifinals, so that's some pretty sick stuff. Actually, he tweeted a little bit about how it's his first prize money ever from an event, so that's pretty rad. I just gotta see if that's the path to success being paved or not. Anyway, guys, here we are in game 1 in this other semifinals match, the one we're actually casting. I'm Rifkin, joined tonight by Zombie Grab, of course, and, well, I guess this morning. Feels like night, it's still dark outside. Anyways, bottom right corner of the map from Samsung Galaxy, it's the blue Protoss player, Emotion.
In the upper left, as the red Zerg, it's Symbol.
Currently teamless, which is kind of a bit of a bummer because this guy is.
Is he?
Isn't he? I'm pretty
a bunch
sure.
of a bunch of teamless Koreans actually got picked up by.
Oh right, with MVP, right? Yeah.
Or I can't remember if Symbol was on that.
Oh, you know what? I think he might have been. I don't know if it's like.
I think so.
Can we really
but
call that? Can we call that like being on the team? Just
okay, yeah. The new players are Symbol, Center, Younghwa, Kongho, and Troya. So.
Okay. So not
MVP
not teamless.
Symbol.
Yeah. That's cool stuff. Alright, so Emotion did open this with a Forge Expand, guys, so we're going to possibly see some cannons come down here on Deadwing. This is something that's a little bit annoying because it does force your opponent, like if it goes successfully, to take very, very awkward thirds, either here or here. Not something you ever really want to have to do, of course, as a Zerg player. And this probe, well, it's going to be a nuisance. I think he went too close to the hatchery, though. So I don't know if Symbol knew this was coming or if this is just a sick scout. That's just a terrible scout. Oh, quick third. Oh, 3 hash before pull. Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
Okay, so you can hold this if you scout this with just drones, guys, but he doesn't scout it is the problem. And Emotion's going to get some pretty nice cannons. He's got to wait. If he puts it down right now, okay, this might give time for the hatchery to cancel. I don't know that I like this coming down so soon.
Wouldn't it pair up almost perfectly? No, you're right.
I feel like it was
like
yeah, like I feel like it was just slightly too soon. I don't know. We'll see. What is this? 26 out of 40.
No, it's pretty perfect. Actually, that's actually like super perfect.
Okay, wow. Rifkin confirmed worst judge of time. Yeah. This is a bit of a bummer. He doesn't even need the third cannon. Yeah, cancels it. Good move there. Minimize the amount of money he's spending on this. Oh man, I don't know why.
Everyone pick.
Okay, so Symbol caught off guard here pretty badly. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Meanwhile, his third base is still in danger of getting cannoned. Let's not forget, there's no lings out, guys.
No, the drone, where are you going? Is the drone going to take the fourth base? No! Why would you do that?
So is he gonna, is he gonna cancel? No.
Oh, he canceled it.
I was expecting the hatchery to cancel, not the pylon to cancel, but whatever. Something that's really powerful and really scary and really strong behind this, though, guys, is we're seeing a lot of gateway aggression pop up behind this. Like, once upon a time, if you did this with cannons, you just tried to out-macro your opponent, right? But I think a lot of more Protoss players are like, oh, I get this really sick warping location. Let's just 3-gate behind it off 2 bases, and you can get away with it. Now, sadly, he's not going to get away with additional cannons. Lings are here to stop this.
Yeah, I don't know why he stopped doing it at third. I mean, I knew that he knew that the fourth was going down where it was, but I figured like things are on the way. You're on a clock.
Well, I think the reason he canceled was because he wasn't sure if he'd get cannons up in time due to creep spread. Is my guess. I mean, that hatchery was pretty close to finishing. I don't know. It's my best guess. But okay, so these larvae being used are kind of. Never mind, I thought it was going to be a range of the cannon barely, but not, as it would appear. Transfers out. Because who was that? We cast somebody who there was a cannon over here. You remember they didn't rally properly, so it kept picking off drone after drone after drone on the transfers?
Yes, I remember. Yeah, it was on Catalina.
Yeah. Okay, well, whatever, it's not a problem here, so a non-issue. Emotion back in him still just macroing up, getting those probes out. He's not rushed. He's getting the wall, Zealot to hold. He's fine.
Okay. I really feel like he could have gotten that third. I really do. But, you know, getting one. Wow. No, this
is what I was talking about, so he is going to invest further into this. This is a little bit awkward, too, because with the third cannon out here, you can't quite get that queen position to deal with the pylon easily. Is he trying to bait the lings? I think he's trying to bait the lings.
Symbol has to move his overlord. He's like, I can't take it on. Oh, no. He's going to give it up. Oh, my God.
Okay, well, this kind of sucks for Symbol as far as transferring from the main goes, but he doesn't have to transfer from the main anymore. Roachborn's on the way. He'll be able to break through these cannons eventually, but this is a nuisance, to say the least.
Yeah, he really wants to take down these pylons. I mean, really.
Well,
but, you know, Emotion actually goes for a fast third. I thought he was going to follow up with some type of gateway aggression, 3 or 4 gate, but...
Same.
No, 4 gate.
Well, this poke...
No,
well, hang on, this poke's actually really scary. This will kill the Lings. It'll also kill a Queen at the third. Because let's not forget, he can't transfer anything from the main. It's going to get picked off by the cannon. This is so sick! Okay, drones are being pulled, but you never want to pull drones into this. I mean, Queen coming from the 4th to defend, you know,
Go to the safety of the cannons! Yeah,
he does!
Stalker.
Stalker lives! Gets the Queen! This Zealot, I mean, it's meant to die anyways, so whatever. You trade this Zealot out for the Queen, it's kind of the goal there, but yeah, the safety of the cannons. His warp tech's almost done. He'll be able to warp in more as he sees this as being quite efficient. Oh, he's only got one gateway right now, though.
Getting the third up. Yeah, I mean, one gateway. Chrono.
Yo, this is so dumb. If this wasn't like Korean versus Korean, if this was like Emotion versus North American, I'd even throw a Nexus down here just so you could overcharge it.
Overcharge him.
Be so dirty.
I don't know why he's not getting the Overlord. That's just chilling right there.
He could get this other Queen in the main if he wanted to. Mothership's not that low, but he pulled that way the hell back.
Alright, 14 Roaches will finally be able to clean up the Stalker and, of course, the cannons, but not much else. Like, he's not going to break into Emotion's third and kill a bunch of probes and bring himself back into this game. Or at least I don't think so. But you know what? Emotion doesn't actually have anything. He doesn't have a Void Ray, he doesn't have an Immortal, he doesn't have a lot of sentries. I expect that they're coming.
This is such an odd position. I mean, finally the cannons are going to get taken out, right? Like, this wasn't devastating damage out of Emotion. It was cool to see him get this done. But at the end of the day, realistically, like, what did this do? Not a lot. Because this is something where I really thought with the 4th being so exposed, you know, we talked about before, this should have been the 3rd gate. This should have been the 4th gate. That sort of super aggressive move, recall out. But he went for a very light poke, killed a Queen, canceled a natural, now he's got a Roach all in to deal with.
Yeah, and it is big. I mean, like, well, 55 drones isn't really that bad. He's on 3 bases, getting a 4, so it's not an all-in, but it certainly is a dedication. I'm really surprised that Emotion didn't actually wall off the ramp. That helps so much. Instead, he just does like a, you know, protect the cannon thing.
Yeah, it is a little bit of an odd wall, to say the least.
Well, it's a big problem now because, you know, if he had an Immortal, 2 Immortals, and a couple of sentries, he holds us no problem.
Oh, you know what's scary?
As the gateway is.
They still got so many sentries though, right? So he'll be able to photon overcharge. Whoa. Oh, sorry. I thought he photon overcharged the natural. That looked really weird. But this third base is getting focused. He's actually force-fielded himself into a terrible situation. He couldn't get out to deal with this.
Good job, Symbol, man. Perfect counterattack. But I don't like that Emotion, like, Emotion didn't think this was coming or something. Like, he got an Observer first, and now he's getting a Warp Prism. You know, get something that deals with Roaches.
I can't believe how good those force fields were for Symbol. I mean, Emotion completely locked himself into his own base. I don't think he would have saved the Nexus either way, and I think Symbol would have still, like, even if he had sacrificed half the Roaches, would have done it nonetheless. But
well, here's what should have happened, right? He should have been pumping out an Immortal instead of an Observer and then a Warp Prism. So at least he at least has one Immortal at some point in the battle. But he had like 7 sentries, and they should have been able to force field off the wall. And there also should have been a wall with gateways too. But
agreed.
Like,
but
there's just so many things that could have made that an absolutely perfect hold instead of Symbol getting a almost free third.
Well, I mean, he lost like what 2 Roaches. It was pretty much free. 15's a little bit more. Never mind. But you know, one of the things I was just kind of oohing at is he picked up the Observer, and the Observer didn't get to see the infestation bit. He doesn't know there's Swarm Host coming.
Yeah, he does have a Warp Prism though, so he's already, you know, getting the first steps to surviving the Swarm Host epidemic.
Right, but you know, being aggressive behind Swarm Host only works because you can hold defensively, right? He's going for a Stargate right now. He needs to get a Robo going properly here, or sorry, Robo Facility or Bay rather.
Not even blink.
Double Stargates?
Oh, he does have blink. Okay.
No, double Stargates. No. He's
going Bermudas. Well, he sees the invitation bit now, so he cancels them. Okay.
Okay, that's good. There we go. That's what needed to happen.
Okay, it's not a bad thing to guess that following that up would have been Mutas. I mean, that would certainly been a good idea, I think, too, for Symbol. But Swarm Hosts, they're fine. They're okay. Everyone uses them.
Well, I've been getting Skype messages here about missing first blood a lot. I'm sorry, guys. 5 a.m. in the morning is early time to cast. I'll try and land those from
you
now on.
guys Skype message him when he misses first blood?
Dude, I get
So
tweets
cruel.
and I get Skype messages.
Jesus.
It's heartbreaking.
Oh my god, oh my god, when me and Fear Dragon have to do the production.
Well, that's Copa,
Guys.
though. You don't have to worry about.
And Olimoleague.
Oh, you're gonna drag. Oh, yeah, I guess you can drag him in for that.
Well, no. Well, I'm gonna be the production for the Olimoleague, right? On Saturday?
Right.
Yeah, so no. The first blood.
But that's the thing. People don't expect it out of you. It's
Okay,
different.
good. Okay, it better be.
All right, Hive Tech on the way. We got the Spire as well. The Swarm Hosts right now are a little bit scary because there's nothing you can do about it. But I like this Warp in. We talked about this a moment ago. And we've talked about it in previous casts too. Like Warp Prisms are the best way to get around the Swarm Host. Problem is, there's still a lot of roaches left over from that first attack. So responding to this is not that difficult.
He's not gonna be able to kill the War Prism though, unless it parks on top of a Queen. So that's one thing he got going for him. A Hive and the Spire on the way. We could be seeing Broodlords, but we've seen Broodlords on these positions on this map, and I don't like it. Oh, wasn't this the map with the? Was this the map with Grubby? No, that was something else.
Well, Grubby played versus Linoc on this map. It's pretty sick.
It was this map? Okay.
Yeah, but that was like, yeah, there was Broodlords, but there was like Ultras and stuff too. Grubby helped so strong behind that though. But okay, we got the double Colossus production. This helps make up for lost time. For those who don't know, you need pretty much 5 to 6 Colossus if you want to push into Locust Waves. You can of course blink around and past them, use force fields to run around, but of course, as we see, fighting against free units is not something you necessarily ever want to do given the opportunity.
I was like, why didn't you just run away from the Locusts? Like, what else were you doing there?
I think he was hoping to catch the wave off guard, like go into the middle of the map or something, so he could get on top of them. Like he did go out of his way to go all the way around. But yeah, the Overlords he sniped off, kind of gave that warning. Corruptor's coming out. We might actually have those Broodlords we're talking about. I like the static defense coming out of Symbol though. This is something that we sit there and we like pull our hair out about and grind our teeth. Where it's like, look, all these Warpins are causing so much damage. Where are the Spine Crawlers?
Yeah, and Symbol definitely has a big, bank to go ahead and do this as well. It's so surprising considering how this game opened up. I really think Emotion kind of messed up the follow-up. I think it could have been an much easier game for him as opposed to right now where he's actually like, he's not in a bad position at all. He's 3 base going on 4 and he's getting his Colossus and it's looking like a normal game, but, free win kind of without Swarm Hosts or a really hard win with Swarm Hosts. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, what really bugs me is, I think more Zerg players need to play Terran once in a while or even Protoss to practice like the concept of SimCity with the spine crawlers. Because like right now it's been like 4 or 5 zealots that are warping in, not that big of a deal. But when you've got like 13 or 14, like even 8 spine crawlers don't really stand a chance against level 3 weapon zealot upgrades. But I mean, if you put those behind a second hatchery, between your macro hatchery, behind an evolution chamber, I mean these things last so much longer. But we'll see if that comes into effect or not. Still scouting here relentlessly with the hallucinations. Like this choice, sees the greater Spire on the way, has to be very aware of this. I don't know if he's got the economy. I mean, he's got 4 bases. He's got the economy. What am I saying? But I don't know if he'll put down the double Stargates and the fleet beacon right away. Okay, looks like he'll start up that tech path at least. Because of course, Tempest so good at dealing with Broodlords.
Yeah, yes they are. Symbol though, he's almost his Grease Bar still is not quite finished. Then he has to wait for the Broodlords, and then wait to go over to the other side of the map. So by that time, Motion probably will have, 2 or 4 Tempests. But I'm worried for Symbol right now. This is like. The reason that I'm worried about when they go Broodlords on this map in these positions is that these bases, these outlying bases, should be taken down easily. Like, Emotion should be on top of this.
I really like the super expansions, but these blink stalkers don't have a lot of high ground vision. He's trying to blink up here to get the high ground vision to save the rest of his stalkers. Kind of a cool move there out of Emotion, actually. I like it a lot.
Where's that Warp? The Warp Prism died, but he still has a Warp Prism. Go check the other bases.
Well, he's going for observer speed. I thought it was Gravitic Drive for the Warp Prism, but of course they look pretty similar. Fleet Beacon has been started up though, and the second Stargate does get slapped down. You need 3 shots to one-shot a Broodlord, guys, so of course 3 Tempests at a time is kind of where you want to be, that sweet spot. But right now something's got to be a little bit worried of here for Symbol is that there's a big push with Colossus, but there's also Storms behind this. This isn't just one level of AoE, and the Locust won't beat this back. In fact, the Locust wave is just going to get wrecked.
He has to buy time to get those Broodlords, but he has the bank and he has a good amount of supply to go ahead and build them. So 10 Broodlords on the way, as well as some sick upgrades.
Gotta give some props to Emotion too with his reaction times to this. You know, we see Stalkers blinking back without dying needlessly to the swarm host. Mothership has been started. He's making all the right moves to deal with this. And on 4 bases, again, he's got the money to do this, but he can't let Symbol just take the map. So cleaning this up, you know, taking back some of the creep tumors, it doesn't seem like much, and it might look like a waste of time, but this is a really big deal to getting control of the game back in his favor. Ooh, well, actually lots of cannons here. He'll buy the time to get back home.
Yeah.
So this Ling run by could have been much worse. Actually, it is going to be much worse. They run right past into the main where there's actually no cannons down. He's going to see the Dark Shrine.
He's supply capped. He cannot warp anything else in.
Yeah, 200. The one time this is a problem for a Protoss player, because what do? You sacrifice units? No, the Photon Overcharge is doing what it can. A couple Zealots get warped in, but really not doing a lot. This run by ends up being pretty fantastic as it drives the army out of position and the Swarm hosts can start repositioning forward. Here goes the Broodlords.
He's also supply capped without Tempests.
Well, I think that's less of an issue for the time being. One thing he did do, I don't know if you guys caught that, he canceled the... Well, I mean, right now, he can actually afford to blink under this. There's not a lot of Lings to flood on top of the Stalkers. He just killed them all.
I don't think blinking under those Broodlords going to work out.
I think it'll be okay. Look at this. He's got Storms. The Locusts aren't going to do anything. Storms on top of the Broodlords even. Maybe not blink on top, but he can certainly kill these. Transfuses are going down desperately.
Those ones building.
Alright, so Storm's going on top of everything. Still the Swarm has to deal with, though. The Blink Stalker's trying to do as much damage as possible because he knows he's going to lose them to the Locusts. The Mothership behind us also trying to bide his time, but he's, bleeding out just a little bit too barely.
Yeah, so the problem with blinking under is not that he wouldn't take a good chunk of Broodlords with him, but that, like, your Blink Stalkers die, they still have Broodlords left over. Like, you don't, like, you repeat. I don't know, like, the Tempests were actually, they're going to survive after this initial engagement. The Queens cannot reach the Tempest, and you will guarantee kills on all of the Broodlords. There's no retreat.
Oh, he's going to be able to get some here. Nice blink forward here. He gets one, the transfuse on the other, trying to focus it down. Doesn't want to dedicate too much to this. Some force fields might be necessary. He's just trying to retreat from this, though. This is a pretty hectic situation for Symbol, or for Emotion, guys. It looks like it's calm because, you know, he's not taking a lot of damage, but it takes like one small mistake, being out of position once, to lose the majority of your army.
Yeah. One thing he was really missing in that fight that would have, I think, just made it impossible for Emotion to win was Fungals.
That's true, yeah. If he had locked the Blink Stalkers in place, they all would have died.
Well, now he gets them.
For sure.
It's like, that's a good idea.
You know what, it would, but I mean, there's a lot of spine cores, so it's hard to make the argument to do it, but I would really have liked if Emotion had reinvested in that. Oh, yeah, he is, there we go. Warp Prism, so he can start the harass up again after getting that Dark Shrine. Because DTs, I think, the thing is, if you warp in Zealots and DTs, and there's no detection to start with, these are all going to die so quickly.
Emotion did find the, you know, the supply to get 2 Tempests, and I think even just 2 Tempests is, like, really good. They start engagements, they can pick off the Broodlords obviously from really far away without worrying whatsoever. Because there's also no Corruptors in the field, I think? There's 9 Corruptors, but it's not, still...
Yeah, it's not like he's going to be sending Corruptors into Storms and Blink Stalkers waiting for him. Yeah. He's got to deal with the Mothership is the problem, too. There's actually... Oh, is there no Vipers? That's a real problem, actually. No abduct potential whatsoever.
Oh, that's true. He's missing some of the, you know, he got up to Broodlords, which is what we usually see in really late game situations, but he forgot everything else, you know, Fungals and Vipers.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Fungals are out now at least, a little bit late to the party, but yeah, still here. But as we see, the Corruptor is forced to take on the Mothership. Really just gonna eat those storms and the Mothership disengages. Nice Fungal on the Templar, though. Ooh! Nice!
He's not gonna be able to kill them. Nah, I can't kill them. More Corruptors on the way. The upgrades. Oh, you know, he must have canceled the base. He must have canceled the +1 air upgrade to get the Greater Spire sooner. Okay, I feel it.
Okay, so he's gonna find the Sentry. This goes down. It wasn't really doing a whole lot right now. One thing I like to see mixed in the army here, maybe a little bit for Emotion, is a couple of Archons as well. Not the biggest priority, but eventually. Because one of the big things, of course, with those Corruptors, really nasty for clumping. As we see right now, so a couple good blasts could really finish that off quickly. Storms, of course, are nice layered damage, but DT's starting to do some attacks. As we see, there's actually no detection, no Spore Crawlers, no Overseers.
Well, this is just going to be really frustrating for Simple. I mean, he's losing... he doesn't really have any other base besides these 4, and some of them are mined out.
Okay, big attack coming down the middle of the map. Overseers finally made for the home defense, so it'll be okay in that regard, but... This army needs a recall, I feel. This is so out of position for Emotion. I don't like him taking this fight.
Oh, but look at the Storms and the Corruptors. Look how weak they are. Jeez.
Yeah, but is that going to be enough? He loses another ship. He loses a lot of the Stalkers here on the ground force. Now coming back to finish off the Tempests.
He should target the Broodlords with the Tempests.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. Archon coming in. If he can get a couple of blasts off, might take out a lot of the Corruptors, but Emotion just lost a huge portion of his army.
Where did those big Stalkers come from? Jeez.
Yeah, big Warpian reinforcement. He's up to 17 gateways after all. Oh my god.
Jeez, that might be enough to actually break through here.
It picks off the Infestor too.
Changeling
like
army.
That. Yeah, well, Changeling army's like, hey, I'm helping, but you know, whatever. Be cool if Changelings, like, this is like better than stealth. Nothing can see them. Cannons are just like, whatever. You're welcome. One Blink Stalker has cleared out 3 drones here at the top right and slowly chipped away the hatchery.
I know Symbol probably took these because they're kind of hidden, you know, but he should have really invested when he had that huge bank in bases to the left.
Right, he also never really took advantage of this. Like, there's like 3 workers mining at each. Like, what? I guess it blocks out Emotion spaces, but Emotion transferring his probes over. I'm loving the heavy cannon count, but I don't love is this pylon. But this is going to be the first thing to go, and 5 cannons are going to get like depowered, or 4 of them, I should say.
Yeah.
But Corruptors get greedy.
Oh, wow.
Corruptors get way too greedy. Gets caught by the other Blink Stalkers as well.
Just Blink Stalkers.
There's only 3 Broodlords left too. This is not an army. Like, you know, there's instant army in a can sort of thing with those Broodlings, but that's not going to happen. Nice fungal growth, but GG.
Well, okay, so Emotion maybe didn't follow through with a cannon rush absolutely perfectly, but he certainly played that endgame PvZ perfect.
Yeah, that was. I forgot about the way that game had started with the way it had ended, but the thing that bothers me most is I don't think we ever had more than 2 Tempests at a time. So we never had that like sweet one shot on the Broodlords anyways. Still a good game nonetheless as we got down to the ends of it. So we'll hop into game number 2 in a sec, guys. Once again, I'm gonna try and keep commercials to minimum unless these guys go AFK or something. And we'll see what happens. If you guys are looking for Nathanius, once again, he's playing against Supernova on a meal stream.